So that rotation is going to be mostly wasted, but that's fine. They'll just nuke it. They'll nuke the corpse or lose target or whatever. One of the two. Let's see. More mobs, please. Oh, hi there. Oh, you're already dead. Okay. Give me... No, you're not. What the hell? Why would it not let me target him a minute ago? Interesting. Huh. Okay. Whatever. No friend, I'm over here. But yeah, overall, I definitely like the loot in this zone, but I still hate the zone. So I'm kind of on the fence. All the zones up to this point, all the hot zones have been outdoor zones. They've been really easy. I don't think I can list them all offhand, but it was the Draken hometown, whatever the hell that's called. That's where it was first. Then it was the giant fort. Then it was the goblins, I think. The goblin fort in the next hot zone. And then there was another fort, but I ended up skipping it to go to the what was it? The Sarnak fort. And then this place was next, I think. Those are the 4 places. Oh, and I forgot about Lukeland. Somewhere in there I went to Lukeland, and I killed the cavemen, or whatever the hell they're called. I don't remember. So all those zones were outdoors. You know, it was really easy to pull there and wide open spaces. This one's indoors, and everything adds and everything runs, and complete and total 180 once you get to this hot zone. And I completely forgot to do the rotation again because I'm talking. Let's see. Go ahead and shield before I die. Oh god. You might die anyways. Do I need to... It looks like it's going to come off. There we go. 4% health. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I'm talking too much. We'll go ahead and start the rotation, but they're only going to get like 1 dot off or 1 nuke or something. But yeah, this hot zone's the first one where it's indoors, and it's way harder. I don't know how you're supposed to do this place for the level. Like if this stuff's even, yellow, red, stuff like that, good XP. I don't know how you're supposed to do this place, because everything wants to add here. Everything wants to add. So I have no idea. This guy was under leveled for this place. He got here at like 41 or something like that. I don't know how the hell he expected to kill here. He would have gotten annihilated. And once he first joined the group, he was bitching about ads and stuff like that, so I'm assuming he had that problem too. But yeah, this place is a bastard. Turn around, friend. Let's see, what else? I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I think I'm going to get rid of the SK later on. He'll be his own thing. He won't be in a box. Just because the pet is low maintenance. You can just send it in and it'll keep aggro and you don't have to do anything with it. Pretty sure that's what I'm going to do later on. As far as boxing in general, it's growing on me. I like it. Now that I know what I'm doing, I've got it pretty well down to a science. I like it quite a bit. And now that they all have spells and they're actually useful. The first video where you saw me boxing, they were basically completely useless. They had no spells, they were low level, they couldn't do anything. So, now they all have a purpose. These 4 back here can nuke. These 3 can heal. He has ports, she has mana buffs, they have other buffs. You know, it's good stuff. They all can do something at this point, which is cool. It's starting to get a little bit tougher, but as long as I'm not pulling multiple reds, I don't think I'll ever have a problem. At least until I get to like 70, where gear makes a huge difference. Then I'm definitely going to have the tank equipped much, much better than this. He's got like a smattering of old world gear and some Defiant. Like 5 pieces of Defiant. And random crappy jewelry and stuff like that. His gear is nothing to write home about. But yeah, if I'm going to keep him in the box, at least until they get to the 80s, which is where my other characters are, he's going to have better gear. Just, there's no 2 ways about it. He's going to have way better gear. Let's see. Nope. I don't know why, but I seem to be taking way less damage than before. I guess it's because they're yellow now. That would make sense. Why are you not sitting down? Sit down, friend. There we go. Mana is good. I have a whole bunch of LON mounts now. The Hydra, a bunch of horses, the Spider, stuff like that. I had some like 80 booster packs sitting on Flamin's account. 80 of them. I turned them all in just to get the loot cards, and I got 6 or 7 mounts. I can't remember, something like that. The problem is I can't trade those mounts to these accounts because these accounts have to be at least a month old to be able to buy a booster pack, and you can't trade LON cards without having bought a booster pack. That was probably really confusing, but basically if I want to trade a mount from this account, from Flamin's account, to this account, Colossus's, they're 2 different accounts, he has to have bought an LON pack. You have to buy one to unlock the ability to trade. And to buy one, you have to be playing for a month. So I have to wait another, I think it's like 20 days or something like that before I can give them the mounts. Once those 20 days are up, though, they'll all have LON mounts, which are really fast and look really cool and stuff like that, so that'll be cool. By then, he'll probably have the AA mount, honestly. He'll probably have the Unholy Steed or whatever the hell it's called. There's one of the higher level ones. There's like 5 different ones these days, I think. But he'll probably have the first one by then, which is really fast. I think it's this one, I believe. Wicked Steed. There's a lot of them. So basically I only need 4 of those loot cards for these 4 back here. But I have plenty of mounts, which is cool. I also found the Shissar Merc. I'm probably going to use that on Flamin'. Not really sure yet. I found the Daggorn Illusion. I found a Dragon Illusion, which looks really cool. Bunch of housing items, bunch of potions. What else? The LON loot cards are really cool. They're really addicting. Once you start finding cool stuff, you want to keep buying the booster packs to find more cool stuff. But, anyways. My mana is back up, so we're going to keep pulling. Should probably rebuff. I think we'll rebuff after this one. Switch, stand up. Oh no. Let's see. Kill, please. Murder. Get him. Sick him. This pet right here, this 86 pet, can tank. I can actually solo, not molo, not use a merc to heal. Heal with my own spells, and solo in HOT. It's really, really hard, and I need a lot of buffs to do it, but I can do it. I did it yesterday, which is really cool. And the old blood fields, either one of them. I'm going to assume this guy has enough aggro and go and start the rotation. Which could be a bad assumption. I'll go ahead and heal Colossus with a shield. Switch back over. And right now the only aggro I have on Colossus is Taunt. I haven't cast a single spell on this group yet. So, I don't know. We'll see. Spell did not take hold. What? Maybe one of their dots is blocking my Heart Flutter. I didn't know that. That is not cool. That's not cool at all. What are you doing? What are you doing, friend? Don't do that. He's like running through the wall. The pet's on him, so it shouldn't matter. Macro's pet. My shaman's pet is on him, so it should kill him eventually. And the dots. So I'm going to keep pulling. Oh, wait. Buffs. Yeah, I need a rebuff. Rebuffing. Go ahead and pull that down. But, yeah, this should give you a good idea of my PL group, where it's at. I'm going to keep playing them because, like I said, it's fun. It's not boring. It's definitely more entertaining than playing one character at a time. I'll tell you that much for damn sure. I'm sure a lot of people don't have the patience for it, but once you get the macros going and everything, once you get in a rhythm, it's not really that hard. And it's much more, I don't know, I can't say just entertaining, but there's more to do. Let's put it that way. Let's see, Colossus. But yeah, I'm definitely liking it. I want to get them up to the high levels though, so I can actually kill something that matters maybe, or have buffs for my high levels. Right now they have, you know, level 50 buffs, doesn't help much. So if I could get these guys up to like 70, I could just load my bard with buffs and turn him into a monster. Even though he's a bard, he'd still be a monster with all those buffs stacked. So stuff like that sounds like fun, fun times. Interesting possibilities. Boon of the Awesome Mind. We're already at 40 minutes. I think I'll do maybe like one more round of kills. And then we'll call it there. After I get these buffs back up. Oh yeah, the Druid, that's right. The Druid item. I'll just link it so I don't have to start the damn recording and stop it and all that crap again. Stop moving, you bastard! I was trying to click on you. What are you doing? What is wrong with you? Buff. Damage shield, get out of the way, dude. Please, thank you. And then my Druid is right. No, right. There we go. Is this it? No, that's not it. I think it's gloves. Is that it? There we go, this was it. And then... He's probably not, he probably has no idea what the hell I'm doing. Here's the item I was talking about earlier. That's on my Druid. Pretty good item for the level. With, you know, the spell haste and all that stuff. Actually, I thought I had stats. What the hell? Wait a minute, go back to... No, it doesn't, okay. Oh, that was the helmet I got earlier. That's right, okay. Whatever, doesn't matter. Anyways, gonna pull some more. After I loot. Actually, I'll pull and then I'll loot. Let's see. Where are you? There you are, friend. I am this way. You are facing the wrong way. Why are you... There we go. I think his pet had the aggro at the start there. The warder. Yeah, Defiant is better. But I don't have a Defiant for that slot. So... I'm missing tons and tons of Defiant. And Defiant at low level is not even worth buying. It's so damn exorbitantly expensive. It's ridiculous. People literally try to rip people off at low level. It's bullshit. This stuff is just crazy expensive. Whenever I get to 60 or 70, I should have so much Defiant lying around in the banks that I can fill them up with Defiant gear. But low level, it's just not worth it, honestly. Not worth it at all. My advice at low level, assuming you don't have a higher level character to PL, just get the potions. Get the damage shield potions, you know? Don't waste your money on gear. I mean, get like some junky crap if you can. Something to fill the slots. But don't worry about amazing gear. Just get the potions. The potions are more important, honestly. At low level. God damn it. Kill, please. There we go. Okay, switch back. Unless, of course, you're melee. Getting a decent weapon is good at any level. Even low level. But, like, the armor pieces, they don't matter at low level. Really. Until you get to, like, my level right here, like 50-ish or above. Then it starts mattering. But, not so much earlier. No, do not attack him. Attack me. Do as I tell you. You little wormy bastard. I don't know what the hell you're supposed to be, but do what I say. Oh, we got another ad. Okay, I'll grab this one. I should have a Cheel incoming eventually. There we go. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Get over here. I swear if you cast that stupid mana breath thing, I'm gonna be pissed. Get over here, damn it. The Cheel came off at the right time as far as healing me, but it came off at the wrong time as far as aggro. Okay, so why... He must have resisted some of my dots. Because he should be heavily dotted by now. There we go. Much better. Screw it. I guess I'll chill again for the hell of it. The celestial healing thing is nice, but it doesn't seem to be doing the trick. I just have too much health at this point. I think it does like 1,000 total or something like that. Does not seem to be enough. You are dead, friend. You may not know it yet, you Karathis squirmer, but you're dead. I don't know what these things are supposed to be. They're like... I don't even know. What is that? It's like a snail worm with massive teeth? I have no idea. Again, he's not looting, so I'm gonna loot this crap. Still no Defiant, sadly. Oh. Another new drop. I don't want it. I don't even care what it does. Let's see. Friendos? No. Cleared that entire side. Oh, we got the respawns. Holy crap. Okay. You probably can't see because I think I've got Colossus turned around, but I pulled 3 somehow out of nowhere, so whatever. It's going to take a sec to kill him. I'll go ahead and turn him around so you can see what's going on. Didn't mean... Just wait. Wait until there's one. Wait until there's one, my friend. This one should be full health. That's the one I'm going to pull after he kills that guy. Come on. There we go. Like I said earlier, I could be mezzing, or I could be lull pulling, or I could be feign, you know, splitting and all that crap, but I've got flaming, and there's tons of spawns here, so it's not like I'm going to run out of spawns. It's easier to just kill the ads, honestly, with flaming. It's much faster. So, you're gonna die. There's no point in interrupting me. You're already dead, friend. If you're even alive, you little robot bastard. Let's see. 50%, chill. Easy decision. Got that proc. I could have 3 procs at the moment if I wanted to. In fact, if I bought the damn potion, I could have 4 procs at the moment. Vamp from my buff. The poison proc from my one-handed axe. The Boon of Garu, life tap proc. And then the potion proc. So I could have 4 at once. I actually tried that out, but they proc so damn rarely at this level that it just doesn't matter, honestly. It's not worth messing with it. Especially with Boon of Garu, the thing just doesn't last long enough. Yes, like I said, you are dead, friend. Bon voyage. Do not forget not to write. What is that? Flawed Defiant Amberstone. Oh, an AUG, okay. That's kind of cool, I guess. I'll put that on Colossus later. Friendos, there we go. What are you doing? There we go. He like beeline to the side and then came over here for some reason. I don't know. Pathing for the win. Let's see, what else? Is there anything else I wanted to say? I know there was something else. Oh yeah, what my box group is going to end up being. I've been trying to work it out. I've been talking to a lot of people that do boxing with multiple characters and all that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the Magician. He's going to be the tank, the de facto tank with his pet. Obviously he's got damage, and he's got the damage shield, and he's got the summons and all that crap. But mainly he's going to be the tank and damage in one. And I'm definitely going to have the Enchanter, Fawn over there. She's going to be in the box. She's going to add ADPS to the Magician. And more importantly, she'll be able to split and mez and Mimblur and all that cool stuff. All the buffs will be great, mana regen, all that stuff. So she's definitely in the box. That's really all I've figured out at this point. Magician, Enchanter. I don't know what the other ones are going to be, how many they're going to be, how many of the slots are going to be mercs. I just don't know. Why am I not... Got to talking and I'm not doing my rotation. He should be fine. I'm going to go ahead and shield even though he's at 20%. If this guy does that 1,000 health nuke thing, I'm dead. Nope. Okay, good. But yeah, I don't know what the last spots are going to be, honestly. I could do... It's definitely not going to be any melees, because obviously the pet's going to be the tank. I could do my ranger, get him off of Flamin's account, transfer him off, and then have him. He could be the puller, range damage with archery, and, you know, buffs and root and snare and all that crap. Because he has some of the best roots and snares in the game. They're really hard to resist, and he has an area one that has crazy fast cast and no cooldown and cool stuff like that. So I was thinking maybe it'd be Magician, Enchanter, Ranger. At that point, I could just leave the last 3 open for Mercs. But I could also do some kind of dedicated healer instead of a healer Merc. In which case, I'd have to do the healing. I don't know. It depends on a lot of things, honestly. How vital the buffs are. I don't think I'd want a Shaman unless I do pick the Ranger. If I don't pick the Ranger, the Shaman would only be good for buffing, like, the pet, which I don't really need Shaman buffs on my Meiji pet. They're nice to have, don't get me wrong, but they're not vital or anything. The Druid would be mostly a waste, although I guess he could do damage, now that I think about it. He could do the snaring and rooting. Probably not as good as the Ranger, but close. He could nuke, and he'd require more attention than the Ranger, because the Ranger's just press one button, auto fire, and then you're firing your arrows the entire fight and proccing and all that stuff. You don't have to do anything at all. Whereas the Druid, I'd have to keep coming back and redoing the macro to chain nuke. But on the plus side, he'd have evac and ports and all that stuff. So I don't know. I guess technically I could have both, the Ranger and the Druid. It's hard to say, honestly. I'd love to have a Wizard because their damage is ludicrous, but the more I play with Wizards, the more I don't want to box one because they pull aggro all the damn time. All the damn time. Moonlight, I'm talking to you. You pull aggro all the damn time. And, what's his name for my guild? I've only grouped with him twice, I can't remember his name right now, but he pulls aggro all the goddamn time. They don't even need to twin cast to pull aggro. They just have so much damage. Just their regular crits will pull aggro. So, the more I play with Wizards, the more I know how badass they are, but the more I don't want to box one at all. It's kind of like tanks. I don't want to box tanks because they require too much attention. I don't want to box a Wizard because he's going to be pulling aggro all the time. And it's going to get him killed. In a box situation, it's going to get him killed. So, I don't know. So yeah, I don't think I want Shaman. I definitely don't want my Bard. I am going to switch him to another account, so I can box him if I want to, but he won't be in my main box group. I've played Bard long enough to know that they require way too much attention. I mean, you know, positioning the mob, and if I want to do melee DPS, it's very dangerous, and hell, I guess with the pet, I can't even do melee DPS. But you could straight up Melody, I guess, but you're really nerfing their usefulness if that's all you do is Melody. I mean, I'd rather have so many other classes, because they can actually do damage. You know, if you're just sitting there doing Melody, you're not doing any damage. There's other classes that can buff and nuke and dot and heal and stuff like that, so really you need to be able to switch your spells around, or your songs around, and actually do melee. So yeah, Bard is probably out, Shaman's probably out, Wizard's definitely out, Necro's definitely out. Wizard requires too much attention, paying attention to dots and their durations and refreshing them and all that crap. Plus, it's really hard to account for resists with dots. It's not like a nuke where you're just chain casting something and it does damage. If you miss one of your dots, you have to figure out which one it is and recast it. You can't do that easily with macros. So, yeah, Necro's definitely out. All the melees are out, because like I said, I'm going to use a pet tank. What else is there? Enchanter's definitely in. As far as the other healers, like I said, maybe Druid. Cleric, probably not. I'd rather have a Merc doing it. Everyone says, well, you know, an actual Cleric is so much better than a Merc. In my experience, the Mercs are just as good. For any kind of group content, they're just as good. They heal really, really well. The J5s heal really, really well. And they have pretty much infinite mana unless you're just getting destroyed. So, I think my Cleric's just going to be there for the buffs. Same for the Shaman, probably. He's just going to be there for the buffs. They're going to be buff bots. Would be my guess. So yeah, the more I think about it, Magician, Enchanter, Ranger, Druid, maybe? Those four sound pretty good. Yeah. I think that's going to be my inbox group. But anyways, I guess I'll end it there. Uh, I don't know what to say, honestly. To anyone who thought boxing is too difficult, it's not. As long as your computer can run multiple instances of Everquest, which mine has no problem running like 7. I had 7 up yesterday. So, and my computer is 7 or 8 years old. So, as long as your computer can run multiple instances of Everquest, it's really not that hard to actually physically box. Just set up the macros. I can go ahead and show you one of the macros real quick. Which one am I recording? Okay, so I'm on the Cleric. It doesn't matter. They've all got the same macro. Here's the macro. /pause, the amount of time you want it to pause. It depends on the nuke. 55 seems to be the standard. I pretty much don't mess with it. I've got it a little bit shorter on my Shaman, I think. No, that's right. I set it back. Yeah, this is the... No, it's not. Okay. Yeah, I set it back to 55. 55 is basically the standard. Anything below... I think the highest I have is like 3.8, so almost 4 seconds. 55 will get it done. Plus, it spaces it out a little bit to where they're not pulling aggro crazy fast. You could optimize it to where they, cast as fast as possible, but there's not really any upside to that. You're just going to pull aggro faster. But, yeah, /pause, the amount of time. Like I said, 55 is a good standard. Comma, /cast, and then the number. Most of them have just 1 or 2. 2 being their dot, and then 1 being their nuke. So if you want them to cast the nuke 4 times in a row, put it on the first slot. In this case, it's Retribution. And then do /cast 1. And then you put it for how many ever lines you want them to cast it. In this case, he'll wait when I start the macro, cast the nuke, wait, cast a nuke, wait, cast a nuke, wait, cast a nuke, and then sit down. Sitting's important if you want to get the mana regen. If you don't have like mounts like I don't. Whenever I get the mounts, I can switch this line up on them, but for now I have to have them sit. But really basic macro, but every time I press it, I get 4 nukes out of it. And then they sit down. Very, very handy. It'd be next to impossible to do that by hand. At least efficiently. I don't even know how you'd do that. You'd have to have like ridiculous reflexes and timing and just tabbing constantly. So really, really handy. Just a simple in-game macro. I tried to set one up for Cheel, but Cheel was fizzling way too much. And if it fizzles, the macro doesn't just automatically end. It keeps going, so you can't automatically restart the macro. And because the timing on it is huge, I'll go ahead and show you how long it takes to cast Cheel. See, it takes forever. Why is that down there? It takes days. So if the macro misses once, if it fizzles once, it takes this amount of time to cast it again, and by then you're dead. So, but yeah, really simple macro, but really, really good. Obviously, this isn't going to work very well for melees. They're all about positioning. You have to keep them near the mob and face, usually behind them at high level, but face towards the mob, and if the mob moves around, you've got to reposition them. So, I don't see boxing like monks and rogues and zerkers and all that crap to be anywhere near as effective. It must be a massive pain in the ass. I can't say I've tried it yet. I haven't. But just from playing them individually, I'm thinking it's going to be a massive pain, honestly. But yeah, really simple macro, but it makes it so much easier. So much easier. But like I said, if you want to box, it's really not that hard. Just set up some simple macros and just tab through the windows, It's pretty damn easy, and it's definitely faster leveling. Way faster leveling all of them at once. Like if you want multiple alts, doing it this way and leveling them all in one chunk, not only is it safer because there's more of them at once, you have more options, stuff like that. It's also faster because you get the group bonus. Leveling individually is much slower, and I just got attacked on Colossus. Oh well, anyways, I'll go ahead and end the episode here. I'll do another one once I get them a little bit higher, maybe in the 60 range, but anyways, I'll see you guys next time. I have to have way better gear. Let's see. Nope. I don't know why, but I seem to be taking way less damage than before. I guess it's because they're yellow now. That would make sense. Why are you not sitting down? Sit down, friend. There we go. Mana is good. I have a whole bunch of LON mounts now. The Hydra, a bunch of horses, the Spider, stuff like that. I had some like 80 booster packs sitting on Flamin's account. 80 of them. I turned them all in just to get the loot cards, and I got 6 or 7 mounts. I can't remember, something like that. The problem is I can't trade those mounts to these accounts because these accounts have to be at least a month old to be able to buy a booster pack, and you can't trade LON cards without having bought a booster pack. That was probably really confusing, but basically if I want to trade a mount from this account, from Flamin's account, to this account, Colossus's, they're two different accounts, he has to have bought an LON. And now that they all have spells and they're actually useful. The first video where you saw me boxing, they were basically completely useless. They had no spells, they were low level, they couldn't do anything. So, now they all have a purpose. These 4 back here can nuke. These 3 can heal. He has ports, she has mana buffs, he has they have other buffs. You know, it's good stuff. They all can do something at this point, which is cool. It's starting to get a little bit tougher, but as long as I'm not pulling multiple reds, I don't think I'll ever have a problem. At least until I get to like 70, where gear makes a huge difference. Then I'm definitely going to have the tank equipped much, much better than this. He's got like a smattering of old world gear and some Defiant. Like 5 pieces of Defiant. And random crappy jewelry and stuff like that. His gear is nothing to write home about. But yeah, if I'm going to keep him in the box, at least until they get to the 80s, which is where my other characters are, he's going to have better gear. Just, there's no two ways about it. He's going to low red, stuff like that. Good XP. I don't know how you're supposed to do this place, because everything wants to add here. Everything wants to add. So, I have no idea. This guy was under-leveled for this place. He got here at like 41 or something like that. I don't know how the hell he expected to kill here. He would have gotten annihilated. And once he first joined the group, he was bitching about ads and stuff like that, so I'm assuming he had that problem too. But yeah, this place is a bastard. Turn around, friend. Let's see, what else? I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I think I'm going to get rid of the SK later on. He'll be his own thing. He won't be in a box. Just because the pet is low maintenance. You can just send it in and it'll keep aggro and you don't have to do anything with it. Pretty sure that's what I'm going to do later on. As far as boxing in general, it's growing on me. I like it. Now that I know what I'm doing, I've got it pretty well down to a science. I like it quite a bit. So that rotation is going to be mostly wasted, but that's fine. They'll just nuke it. They'll nuke the corpse or lose target or whatever. One of the two. Let's see. More mobs, please. Oh, hi there. Oh, you're already dead. Okay. Give me... No, you're not. What the hell? Why would it not let me target him a minute ago? Interesting. Huh. Okay. Whatever. No friend, I'm over here. But yeah, overall, I definitely like the loot in this zone, but I still hate the zone. So I'm kind of on the fence. All the zones up to this point, all the hot zones have been outdoor zones. They've been really easy. I don't think I can list them all offhand, but it was the Draken hometown, whatever the hell that's called. That's where it was first. Then it was the giant fort. Then it was the goblins, I think. The goblin fort in the next hot zone. And then there was another fort, but I ended up skipping it to go to the what was it? The Sarnak fort. And then this place was next, I think. Those are the 4 places. Oh, and I forgot about Luklin. Somewhere in there I went to Luklin, and I killed the cavemen, or whatever the hell they're called. I don't remember. So all those zones were outdoors. You know, it was really easy to pull there and wide open spaces. This one's indoors, and everything adds and everything runs, and complete and total 180 once you get to this hot zone. And I completely forgot to do the rotation again because I'm talking. Let's see. Go ahead and shield before I die. Oh god. You might die anyways. Do I need to... It looks like it's going to come off. There we go. 4% health. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I'm talking too much. We'll go ahead and start the rotation, but they're only going to get like 1 dot off or 1 nuke or something. But yeah, this hot zone's the first one where it's indoors, and it's way harder. I don't know how you're supposed to do this place, for the level. Like if this stuff's even yellow